and welcome to today's lesson, which is on angle facts. So we're going to be looking at a few different angle essentials here today. So we're going to be looking at angles on the straight line, we're going to be looking at angles around a point, angles in a triangle, angles in a quadrilateral, and also interior and exterior angles as well. So the first thing I want us to have a little look at is I just want to have a little look at this picture, because you might know that angles on a straight line, any angles that cut a straight line, create 180, but I just wanted to prove it to you here. So I've got an angle here, and anywhere I move this one here, so if anywhere I move it, you notice that these ones here, they change, but as they change, that last number there always stays as 180, so it doesn't matter where I put this, it's always going to be 180, okay? I'm going to use that fact, first of all, to have a little look at these questions here. So I'm going to have a go at one. Make sure you're getting these down in your notes. Remember, the only way to learn maths is to do it. So, example 1. And here I've got an angle. I know that this is equal to 135 here. And I'm trying to find out this one here. Now you'll notice that this is an angle which is cutting a straight line. So we know that this sums to 180, like the diagram I just showed you. So this one here is going to be 180 minus 135, like so. Brilliant. Okay, because you know that these two sum to make 180. So if I take it away, I'm left with this one. So I'm going to have to borrow from there. That's going to become 7. That's going to be 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 3 is 4. And 1 take away 1 is nothing. So I'm left with x just equal to 45. Brilliant. So let's have a go at our next example. You might want to pause and have a go at this one yourself. I think it should be pretty easy. So maybe pause now and have a go at that one yourself. Okay, I will go through it anyway. So this is example 2. You might already have an example of this in your book, so don't worry too much about this one. So here we've got 82 degrees there, and we're trying to find this angle here. So we know that angles on a straight line sum to make 180. Okay, so this plus this is 180, so this 180 take away this one is going to be what's left over. So 180 take away 82, you might be able to do that in your head. I'm going to do it like this. So 10 take away 2 is 8. 7 take away 8 I can't do, so I have to borrow from there. That becomes 17. 17 take away 8 I can do, which is 9. And I'm left with 0. So with this one, x is equal to 98 degrees. Brilliant. So that's those first two examples there. So we're going to have a little look now at the next two. Brilliant. 45, 98. So this one here is ever so slightly different. It's not that much trickier, but there's an extra little step in there. So this one here is example 3. Now the only thing to spot which is different in this one here is the fact that you've got this square in the middle there. This angle here is equal to 55, and this angle here is equal to x. So we know that this is a straight line, so we know that all of these angles sum to 180. But you might not know what this one is here. So this one here, when it's that little square like that, that means it's a right angle. So that means that this one here is equal to 90 degrees. So the first thing I've got to do is find out the total of these two, and then I can take that away from 180 to find out what x is. So I'm going to do 90 plus 55. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. That's equal to 145. So I know that these two angles sum to 145. And then I'm going to do 180, take away 145. So that one there becomes 7 and that one's 10. So 10 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 4 is equal to 3. And 1 take away 1 is equal to nothing. So I'm just left with there, x is equal to 35. Nice and straightforward. Brilliant. So let's have a look now at our next question. So here we've got a different type of shape. It's not a straight line now. This is angles around a point. And I'm just going to show you another little diagram here as well. So we've got here angles around a point. Now notice with this one here, that angles around the point, they sum to 360. So let's have a look at moving some of these. So if I move this one here, notice all of these, the green angle, the blue angles, they both change. However, it's still equal to 360. I'll move this D round, like so. I can move it all the way around here, and that just means that this one's going to get bigger. This one's 22. So again, they all sum to 360. So the next angle fact that we're using here is the fact that angles around a point sum to 360. So I know that x plus 140 plus 110 is equal to 360. So I do want you to get this down in your book. This one here is example 4. So we know that this one here is x. We know that this one here is equal to 140 degrees. And we know that this one here is 110 degrees. So with this one, I'm going to add these together, and I know that they total, or they sum to 360. So 140 plus 110. The 0 plus 0 is nothing. 4 plus 1 is 5, and 1 plus 1 is 20. So these two angles here sum to 250. I know that the total sum to 360, so 360 minus 250. The 0 take away 0 is nothing. 6 take away 5 is 1. 3 take away 1 is 1. So I know that x is equal to 110 degrees. Brilliant. So pause now and have a go at that second one yourself. Notice that there is that that little square there again. Remember what that means from the last example. That means that it's 90 degrees. Okay. So pause now and have a little go at that one. Okay, I am going to do it. So this one here was example 5. So here I've got quite a big angle here on the top. This one here is equal to x. This one here is equal to 140. And this one here is that square, which is a right angle. So I know that one's 90 degrees. So first of all, I'm going to add these two together. So 140 plus 90. So 0 plus 0 is nothing. 4 plus 9 is 13. And 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So these two sum to 230. And then 360 minus 230. 0 take away 0 is nothing. 6 take away 3 is 3. And 3 take away 2 is 1. So x is equal to 130 degrees. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that was angles around a point. Again, I know these might be quite straightforward, but we're doing them because I want to make sure we're getting all of the essentials down and you understand all of the essentials, okay? So let's have a look at our next one. So here we've got one which is a little bit different now, okay? So I'm just going to push you a little bit further. So here we still have, this one here is example 6. We still have here angles on a straight line. So I know that these sum to 180. We've got 124 in the middle, but both of these on the side are called x. Now, because they're both called x, that means they're both the same thing. So I know that they're equal. So to find out what x and x is, I need to find out what both of them are together by taking like this. And because the two of them, which are equal the same, we can then divide that by 2. So first thing is 180, take away 124. So this one here is going to be, that becomes 7, that becomes 10. 10 take away 4 is equal to 6. 7 take away 2 is 5. 1 take away 1 is nothing. So both of these, the x and the x, is equal to 56. You can write it as equation if you want, because you've got two x's here which are equal to 56. Okay, so both of those are worth 56. So I've got 2x which is equal to 56. So to find out what 1x is, I need to divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 56 divided by 2. I can do it on the side if I want. The 2 into 56. 2 into 5 goes twice, carry the 1. 2 into 16 goes 8. So I end up with x is equal to 28 degrees. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so that one's a little bit trickier. Okay, notice that it says 3 marks on this. That means that's come up in a past paper before. So this is literally just taken from a past paper question. All right, so 28 degrees, brilliant. And there's the mark scheme. All right, so the next one we're going to have a little look at is angles in a triangle. Now, with angles in a triangle, you might know that angles in a triangle sum to 180, but how can I prove that? Well, we've got a little diagram here to show you again. So what happens here, it doesn't matter where I move this or how I make this triangle. If I slide this here like so, you'll notice they come round and it creates a straight line. If I take those two bottom angles, it creates a straight line there on the top. And I can move these in any way that you want. Let's move it back here. Let's take this up here maybe and slide again. So there, boom, straight line. Always that straight line. And I can move it again. Let's go back and just do one more. So maybe let's take it up there. Slide again. There we go. Again, it's a straight line. So it doesn't matter what size the triangle is. All of those angles will sum to be 180 or create a straight line. So let's have a look at some of these questions. So we've got two questions here. You'll notice you've got that square, that little rectangle, sorry, the little square again, which means that it's 90 degrees. So I'm going to do this first one. The first one is example 7. So I've got here a triangle like so. So this one here is 29 and this one here is 36. And I'm trying to find CBA. Now, I'm just going to pause there a second because it's really important that you understand what that actually means. So here I've got let's label it first. A, B, and C. Now you might think to yourself, what does CBA mean? However, to create any angle, you need 3 points. And 3 points will always create 2 lines. So if I'll show you what this means. If I go from C to B, I create that line there. If I go from B to A, I create that line there. Now, these 3 points create an angle, which is this one here. So this angle here. Now, a lot of people kind of get confused and just go, oh, it's always the angle in the middle, so it's always B. But you've got to be careful saying that because you have to go from C to B to A, okay? You have to be careful with that. So this is the angle I want here, very clearly. So when I'm doing this, I know that all of these sum to 180 from the diagram which I showed you before. So I'm going to add these two together first. So 29 plus 36. So 9 plus 6 is equal to 15, carry the 1. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus the 1 is 65. And then 180, take away 65. Can't do that, so 10 take away 5, which is going to be 5. 7 take away 6, which is 1. And 1 take away nothing, it's 1. So I'm left with that angle there, which is equal to 115. Absolutely brilliant. So, might be worth having a pause now and have a go at that with yourself. Okay, remember, what does CBA mean? It means I've got an angle from C to B, in this case, sorry, down here, from C to B to, from C to B to A, so it's going to be this angle over here. So maybe pause and have a go at that one now. I'll have a little go at it in a second. So example 8. So this one here. So I've got this right angle in the corner here. I've got this angle here, which is equal to 56. And I know it's A, C, B. Now the angle they want is the angle, that means angle, C, B, A. So from C to B to A, which is this angle here. Okay? From C to B to A. So I've got to add these two together first. So it's going to be 90 plus 56. So 0 plus 6 is 6. 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. 146 that is. And then I need to take that away from 180. So 180 minus 146. So 0, can't do that, so I'm going to have to borrow. 10 take away 6 is 4. 7 take away 4 is 3. 1 take away 1 is nothing, so I'm left with 34, like so. Now it's worth writing at this stage. That means that angle CBA is equal to 34 degrees. Show the examiner what you're doing. Show them that you understand. Okay, that was example 8. So we're going to take a next little step here. Okay, now you'll notice that we've got some shapes here, triangles. So we know that the angles in a triangle sum to 180 from what we did before. But we've got here interior and exterior angles as well. So this is where it's stepping up that little bit. So the thing is with an interior and exterior, let's draw this down first of all. So this one here is example 9. we've got our triangle like so. This here comes up. That one there is what we've got. We know that this one here is equal to 54. We know that this one here is equal to 87 degrees. And we're trying to find, this is called an exterior angle. It's when a side continues. Now, first of all, what I want you to notice is that when this line continues, what does it create? What have I just drawn? Well, I've drawn there a straight line. So we're combining two angle facts here. The angles in a triangle and the angle on a straight line. So first of all, let's work out what this one is here. Now we know how to do that. I'm going to do this in red because we can add these together and take that away from 180. So it's going to be 87 plus 54. So 7 plus 4, which is equal to 11, carry the 1. 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. And the extra one is 114. Sorry, 141. Okay. So now what we've got to do is we know that these sum to 180. So 180 take away 141. Well, I can't do that because 7 and 10. 10 take away 1 is 9. 7 take away 4 is 3. And 1 take away 1 is equal to 39. So I know now that this angle here is equal to 39. Now this is a straight line here. So I know that angles on a straight line sum to 180. So what I can say here is that 180 take away 39 is this exterior angle. So I'm going to do this one in blue. So 180 take away 39, like so. Can't do that, that becomes 7 and 10. 10 take away 9 is 1. 7 take away 3 is 4. 1 take away nothing is 1. And I'm left with 141, like up here, but let's just make sure we do it properly. So x is equal to 141 degrees. Brilliant. So what I want you to do now is have a go at that one on the right, okay? I'll make this one a little bit bigger for you just for this stage because I think it's nice to see it. So have a go at that one there on the right. You might need to find out what that interior angle is first. Okay, so this one here is example 10 for me. So I've got a triangle here like so, coming backwards up like this and coming down like so. So I've got this one here, which is 62 degrees. I've got this interior one here, which is equal to 36 degrees. And I'm trying to find out what x is here. So the first thing I've got to do with this is I've got to work out what this angle is here. Now you'll notice that very similar to the last one, this again is a straight line there. Okay, so I'm going to work this one out because angles on a straight line sum to 180, and I also know that interior plus exterior angles sum to 180. Okay, so here 180 take away 62. Well, 180 is going to be 7 and 10. 10 take away 2 is equal to 8. 7 take away 6 is 1. And then 1 take away nothing is 1. So I'm left with, I know that this angle here is equal to 180. Brilliant. So now I've got angles in a triangle. So I can do the second part now, which is 36 plus 118. So 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. Carry the 1. 3, 1 and 1. Well, 3 and 1 is 4 and the other one is 5. So that's equal to 154. So these two angles sum to 154. And then the last little stage is I know that all of these angles in a triangle sum to 180. So 180 take away this one here, which is 154. So 7 and 10. 10 take away 4 is 6. 7 take away 5 is 2. And 1 take away 1 is just nothing. So I'm left with x being equal to 26 degrees. Brilliant. Well done. So let's just check those two answers. So 141 and 26, absolutely perfect. So we've done quite a lot of angle facts today, but there is one more we're going to be having a look at. We are going to do an extension question as well, but we're just going to have a look at this question here, which is angles in a quadrilateral. Now a quadrilateral is any 2D shape with 4 sides, okay? So let's have a little look at example 11, is that now? Yeah, example 11. So I'm just going to show you. Here we've got a quadrilateral. Now, again, it doesn't matter where I drag these, okay? Notice that the angles are changing. However, they're always equal to 360 here. So it doesn't matter how I change these, they're always equal. Let's make it big so you can see that. It doesn't matter how I change these angles here. They're always, all the interior angles in a quadrilateral, always sum to 360. So, let's have a little go at these ones here now. So we've just seen that the angles in a quadrilateral sum to 360. So let's draw this one here. This is only an extra step really. It's a little bit similar to angles around the point if you want to think about that. So 100 here like so, 95 here like so, and 95 down here like so, and I'm trying to find angle X here. So I know that angles in a quadrilateral sum to 360 just from the GeoGebra file I've just showed you. So the first thing I need to do is to add these together. So 100 plus 95 plus 95 there like so. The 0 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, carry the 1. 9 plus 9 is equal to 18, plus the 1 is equal to 19, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2, so that's 290. And then I've got to do, because I know that these angles here, remember, sum to 360. So 360 minus the 290. 0 take away 0 is nothing. Can't do that, so I'm going to have to borrow from there. 16 take away 9 is equal to 7. And 2 take away 2 is nothing. So I'm left with there 70. So let's just make it clear, X is equal to 70 degrees, like so. Brilliant. So what I'm going to suggest that you do is you pause now and have a little go at that one on the right. Okay, so let's have a little go at that. This is example 12. So I think we should be absolutely smashing these now. I think you should be doing really well with these. Make sure you are being careful with your addition and subtraction. We've got 85 at the top, 80 on the right, and 40 on the bottom there, like so. First thing I've got to do is add all these up. So this one plus this one plus this one, because I know that the angles in a quadrilateral sum to 360. So 85, 80, and 40. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 4 is equal to 20, so that's 205. And then I know the angles in a quadrilateral from what I've just done are equal to 360. So 360, take away 205. So 0 take away 5 I can't do, so that's going to be equal to, I have to borrow from that. So 10 take away 5 is equal to 5. 5 take away 0 is just 5. And 3 take away 2 is 1. So I end up there with 155. So let's just check both of those answers. So 70 for the last one, brilliant, and 155 for that one there. Absolutely super. So I'm just going to do 2 more questions, and then we are going to have a go at some ourselves. Lots of angle facts to get used to here, so just take your time with them. So we've got one more here. Notice this is going to be interior and exterior angles and quadrilateral as well. So if you want to pause and have a go at this one, you can do. So we've got 50 over here, we've got 100 here, and we've got this exterior angle which is equal to 105, and I'm trying to find X which is up here. So interior and exterior angles I know sum to 180. So I know that 180 take away 105 is going to be this interior angle here. 0 take away 5 I can't do, so that's going to be 7 and 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 0 is 7. And 1 take away 1 is nothing. So I'm just left with this interior angle here, which is 75. So then I know that the angles in a quadrilateral sum to 360. So 100 plus 50, plus 75, plus x would be 360. I'm going to work these ones out first. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 5 plus 7, well, that's going to be equal to 7 and 5 is 12, carry the 1. And 1 and 1 is 2. So these three sum to 225. 360 take away 225. 0 take away 5 I can't do, so I have to borrow from that. 10 take away 5 is 5. 5 take away 2 is 3. And 3 take away 2 is 1. So I've got there, final one, x is equal to 135. Notice that with these questions, there's loads of steps. Make sure, I'm doing it completely wrong here because I am rushing through these actually, and I should be taking my time a little bit more. But make sure you are taking your time. Make sure you are having a go at these. Okay, 135, super. Okay, one more example we're going to be looking at here. Now we've got a triangle in this one here. Now we notice with this triangle, it's not just labelled now with numbers. It's labelled with 2y, 3y and y. So this one we definitely want to get in our notes. This one here is example 14. So we've got a triangle and we're introducing algebra into these angles now. So we've got 2y over here, 3y here, and we've got y over here like so. Now remember that you know the angles in the triangle sum to 180. So I know that that plus that is equal to 180. So I can say that 2y plus 3y plus y, let's even write it down. 2y plus 3y plus y is equal to 180. And then I can simplify this side. So 2 plus 3y is 5y, plus another y is 6y is equal to 180. And then to finish this off, I'm going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. I'll do that over here just to make sure I'm doing everything non-calculated today. 6 into 1 doesn't go, carry the 1. 6 into 18, 6, 12, 18 is 3. And 6 into 0 doesn't go. So I'm just left with y being equal to 30 degrees. Does it ask for the angle mark y? Yes, it does. Okay. So it's 2y plus 3y plus y, which is 6y. So 6y is equal to 180, then divided by the 6. Okay. Notice that's 2 marks. That means it came up on a past paper. So this is come straight from the GCSE papers. So just check that 30 degrees. So we're going to have a go at some ourselves now. Okay. So remember to pause now and have a little go at these. I'll make it big for you. So pause now and have a little go at that. Now I do have another sheet with this, so I'm going to show you this one as well first. There's 2, not enough space. Have a go at those ones as well. Some really nice questions towards the end there. Okay, super. Take out your green pen. Mark these in green. So there's the answers to the first sheet. And there's your answer to your second sheet there. So there were lots of angle facts there for you to remember. Remember to make sure you're taking your time and having a go at all of these. Thank you for watching this video on angle facts and angle essentials. And make sure you are having a go at these questions because remember the only way to learn maths is to do it, and have a lovely day.